How y'all doing? Okay, I'm back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 types of citizen police encounters, and I'm going to be reading to you from my ebook that I typed up called Law of the 11th Circuit, Annotations on 42 Section 1983 for Pro Se Litigants. In this book, which is on sale for $10, there's a link under this video. I tell you how to sue the police. I tell you everything that you need to know when suing the police, and I try to decipher it and put it in a language to where you can understand it, because the language that you understand is, just plain English, but they speak in a different language, which is called legalese. That's the language of the law. So I'm gonna go ahead and read you this, and then if y'all have any questions or anything, just let me know, and comment them below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. But before I begin, with reading this, I want to go ahead and tell you to subscribe, because I'm telling you, this information that I'm giving you can get you put on the do not detain list. Okay, I'm telling you, because I've made the list. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. There are 3 categories of citizen police encounters. One is a consensual citizen police encounter. Basically, this one requires the officer to have your consent in a consensual encounter. 2, a temporary detention. This requires an officer to have reasonable suspicion. Let me go ahead and tell you what reasonable suspicion is. Reasonable suspicion is predicated upon specific, articulable facts that a crime has been, is being, or is about to be committed. That's what reasonable suspicion is. Okay, and 3 is basically an arrest. Okay, an arrest, in order for an officer to arrest you, they have to have probable cause. Okay, they don't need a warrant to arrest you if they see you commit a crime in their presence. Okay, so just so long as they have probable cause to arrest you right then and there, then the arrest is lawful. Okay. Since not all citizen police encounters are seizures, the Fourth Amendment does not always apply, and that is true. Okay, encounters where the Fourth Amendment does not apply are called consensual encounters. That is what I want to talk about in this video. Okay, this is what a consensual encounter is. I'm going to elaborate it on a little bit more. Just tell you what your rights are in a consensual encounter. So let's just say a police officer walks up to you. They don't suspect you of committing any crime whatsoever. They just walk up to you and just start asking you questions. Do you have to answer those questions? The answer is no. Okay, but let me go ahead and read you the law on this. Okay, during a consensual encounter, a citizen may either voluntarily comply with the police officer's request or choose to ignore them, because the Fourth Amendment's mandate of either reasonable suspicion or probable cause is not required. And then there's the case in here to support that. There's cases in here to support everything I'm saying. Okay, and it goes on to say, I go on to say that since the citizen is free to decline the officer's request or otherwise terminate the encounter. Okay, so during a consensual encounter, you can pretty much do whatever you want. That's just what it is. That is basically the purpose of this video right here. That was really what I wanted to talk to y'all about and just let y'all know. I'm gonna go ahead on down a little bit more, and I think I'm gonna read y'all a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, because I think this part right here in the book is also important. Okay, it is also important, just because a police officer approaches you on the street and asks you to answer some questions does not mean you are seized. Okay, just because they do that, that does not mean that they have detained you within the meaning of the Fourth Amendment, or they have arrested you or seized you, or so to speak, within the meaning of the Fourth Amendment. Okay, however, it can become a seizure when an officer, by means of physical force or show of authority, has in some way restrained the liberty of a citizen. And then I cite a case in there to support that contention. Okay, but in other words, simply put, if you are arrested or detained, the Fourth Amendment applies. So before the end of this video, I want y'all to just go ahead and subscribe, because I'm telling you, this video, man, this knowledge that I'm giving y'all in this video can get y'all put on that do not detain list. I'm telling you what I know. Okay? But anyway, y'all enjoy y'all day. The Supreme Litigant is out. Peace.